starting to wonder whether this video really wanted to come up or not, because earlier what happened is my phone stopped filming. I don't know what happened, but it was when I was getting ready, things just, I don't know, honestly. Anyhow, well, I was talking about like the whole principle of me setting New Year's resolutions and goals in the beginning of the year and stuff like that. It's because I've seen it work for me, and as I was saying, this book, this diary, journal, whatever you may call it, is so dear to me, because I bought it last year in the beginning of the year, because I had some, sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. 2021, let's talk about a reflection on 2021. Honestly, 2021 was not a bad year for me, and I feel sorry. Like I sympathize with people that had it rough. I know, like, I have friends that had it rough. I have people that I know that had it rough, and for me it wasn't that bad, so I'm really super grateful. And I did manage to achieve most of my goals and stuff. The bad side of 2021 for me was the fact that I didn't get to go home. Honestly, I was looking forward to seeing my mom and my family and stuff, friends, you know, just like all those. Yeah, I was really super excited about that, and it didn't happen. Rather, the people that are in my life in Algeria started going back home because they're done with their courses and programs and stuff like that. So it felt like those are the only overwhelming periods that I had of 2021. And the beginning of 2021 was a bit hectic on my side, because I had a very, I know the varies are so much, but then I'm trying to get the extent of how bad it was for me. What I was saying, 2020, like the end of it was tough, and some of the baggage or the pain of it, I carried it into 2021. So the beginning of 2021 was bad, but then as we started indulging in, it became better and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to just read a few. This was my New Year's resolutions, or my vision board. Okay, it wasn't a vision board because I had a vision board, a digital vision board, of which I don't think I'm a digital person that much. I don't like things that are on the phone and stuff, electronic ebooks. Nah, fam, it's not for me. By the way, let's talk about the hair. Yeah, nah. My hair has agreed to do the things. Anywho, I was saying, I did have a vision board on my phone on Pinterest last year, but the most things that I really managed to tick off are the things that I had handwritten. So yeah, for example, the first goal the first thing that I had set for it last year was I wanted to set boundaries. The reason why this was on my list last year is because, like I said, 2020, at the end of it, it was tough, and I got hurt in the process. And in as much as it wasn't fun, it wasn't nice being hurt and stuff like that, I did realize that I was an enabler. I was an enabler to why I got hurt. So I learned that I have to build boundaries, like to establish boundaries, and it wasn't easy, and it isn't easy. Setting boundaries isn't an easy thing to do, and I'm not going to talk about boundaries in this video. But I was talking about the things that I have achieved in 2021 that when I reflect on 2021, I'm really proud of myself, and I can count on myself and give myself a beautiful pat on the shoulder. Yeah, I managed to set boundaries. And then I also had on my list that I wanted to listen to my body more frequently. I'm always on the go. I'm a goal-oriented person, so I always work towards my goal, no matter what. Like, no matter when I'm tired, I do not actually cater for the fatigue and stuff like that. I just move, grind some and stuff. So I did realize that I wanted to work on that, and work on understanding and listening to my body when my body is tired. Take a nap, take a rest, all that. And I discovered, I really did listen to my body, especially when it comes to rest. I'm going to say, yes, I did have a burnout last year. I think maybe late October, September. like September, October there, I did have a burnout, but it wasn't as severe as the burnouts that I actually experienced. I had previously experienced in previous years, that, because I did learn to listen to my body to rest. Like this last year, I was like, I would set just out the weekend. You know how a weekend is for deep cleaning and all that and that, doing the laundry, doing deep cleaning, meal prepping and stuff. If that week I was tired, I would actually rest, and I'm grateful that I actually did that, because yes, I managed. Like I felt like I was a bit productive last year. Like compared to all these other years, I was productive, very much productive. I was productive and efficient. Yeah. So yeah, and I had to prioritize myself. At first, when I wrote this down, I was like, how are you going to prioritize yourself? You're a people's person somehow. You're kind of a people's person. Okay, you are your people's person. Like the people that are in your life, you're the people and stuff like that. Once you start prioritizing yourself, it's going to be as if you're selfish and stuff like that. So I really had a struggle about it. Like I was like, are you sure you're writing that down? How are you going to manage to prioritize yourself? Are you prioritizing yourself, or are you just being selfish? But then I'm grateful that I did manage to prioritize it. I managed to prioritize myself in that year, last year. And I'm really, really happy. Those are the little things that I achieved in 2021. Okay, they're not little, but they're little. Like, they're the smallest things that I achieved, and I'm grateful because 2021 was a good year to me. Honestly, it was a good year. There was growth, there was productivity. Like, a lot happened. Like, I got to be more, like, to get in touch with myself personally, and I learned that I like me time. I like my alone time. That's why we had a date today, just to be alone and be with ourselves, because I realized, like, when I'm alone, that's one where the creativity comes from. Like, my creative side comes out. That's when I actually get to hear from God, like literal hear him say, child. And I gotta there's one thing I got to learn: how to respect the spirit when it comes to warnings, like cautions to take. Because let's do a little story time.